My name is Constance Swaniker. I set up Accents in Art 16 years ago. I had just graduated from UST, doing a 4-year degree program. There were no job opportunities in the creative industry around back then, 16 years ago. So you can imagine doing a degree in art, who's going to hire you? During my time at university, the lecturers embarked on a lot of industrial strikes. We were left with very long periods where we were at home. Within this period, I found myself working in a carpentry workshop, an aunt of mine owned, and I worked alongside 60 or 70 artisans. And this experience really opened my eyes to working along artisans in such an informal environment. I loved using my hands, and just the thrill of being able to use my hands in such a practical manner, in which we were not exposed to whilst we were in school, really excited me.
And so, Accents in Arts was born out of a love for craftsmanship and the need to translate a university education in art into a sustainable livelihood. Constance had taken a leap and bridged a gap that many graduates find as they enter the world of work. With the growth of the middle class and expansion in the construction industry came a need for high-end homes and finishing. Local artisans lacked the exposure and training to deliver at this level.
In the past, somebody would go through apprenticeship for a long time before passing out and working on their own. But now it's not like that. People undergo training for a short time and then they think they are okay, they can work. Oh, I can tile. Oh, I can weld. Oh, I can fix a door. But they are unable to finish the things the way it's supposed to be. Some of them too are not exposed. Some of them, if you tell them what to do and you tell them what you want, they might be able to do it, but they just don't know.
Accents in Arts found itself at the center of this growing demand, and it thrived. But this only happened because of substantial investment in training its workers.
Training was something that I had to do from day one. Most of the time, I'm actually on the floor working with them, working alongside them, going on site. So teaching was something that just naturally came with the job.
The artisans have had some training, some form of education there that has made them understand how to work to achieve a certain level of quality. They are still Ghanaian workers, but they are able to understand how to weld, how to grind to a certain smoothness, how to fill, how to finish, how to get the angles right and everything. So when you go onto the staircase, you don't find some of the members going at a different angle to the stair angle. They've been able to understand it. That's difficult for most of our local uneducated people, but I'm sure they are giving them some form of education there, and that's making them stand out.
We work closely with the universities and the polytechnics in which they send students here for industry experience. Interesting, when we were in school, we didn't have industry experience, but fast forward, these institutions realized that there was such a big gap in the school curriculum that they've added a 10-week mandatory industry experience, which means that they have to go out into industry and work alongside us. But they come in here, and you'll be surprised, some of them have never even held a grinding machine or have never even seen a level.
I had a 3-month program attachment at Accents in Arts in Accra. I had the experience of welding, carpentry, and fine finishing of metal products, and then woodworks as well. I also got to learn about entrepreneurship skills and then how to utilize your inner abilities to inspire other people.
I was exposed to other machines. Back here on campus, we just improvise. Sometimes we have to use certain tools for certain jobs which are not much like the best way, but then we have to improvise because there are no more tools here. And then at Accent and Art, you have the good environment to work, the proper tools to use.
If you consider the large numbers of students that we churn out every year, as compared to the number that actually go into the practice of art, then you can see that we are not doing that well. We have graduates who do not have the skills and the competencies to practice exactly what it is that they have been trained for. And so somehow, if their heart is still in that area, then they would have to make up. They would have to go to someone who is in the field, who is doing well, then to get this aspect of the training that they didn't get.
The institutionalization of creativity explains why certain societies are able to productively organize creativity to solve their most pressing problems and achieve progress.
In Africa at the moment, the creative industry is one of the fastest growing amongst industries, and I see the potential in the creative industry.
Accent in Arts has recognized the need to institutionalize its brand of creative endeavor and contribute to equipping artists, providing skills training to the tertiary and vocational education sector. We introduced the Art and Design Institute, a privately owned technical institute established in 2012, but now ready to expand its role in providing industry-focused education.
So the Art and Design Institute basically will focus on a big part on product design, health and safety, entrepreneurship, factory practice, and then we hope to expand into teaching core subjects. Right now what we have is that we have an ICT engineering lab, we have a training room, and of course students have access to the whole factory. So we have the fabrication department, we have the finishing and spraying, and then we have the carpentry unit. They will work alongside our artisans. They will go onto sites, major projects that we're working on. We find that they learn quicker that way. When you give them actual work that we're doing and they're working with our artisans, the pace at which they learn is faster. And so as we formalize the Art and Design Institute, it's our hope that eventually we grow into a diploma awarding institution to a degree level up to PhD. So it will be the first privately owned technical institution of international standards. But it's high time we start partnering with private institutions such as what we've initiated. If we're going to truly look at the employment situation in Ghana, not just in Ghana, but in Africa, government alone cannot do everything. And so if we've taken this bold initiative, the right thing to do is to set up and to support us and give us the necessary support that we need, to make this happen. 20 years from now, I want to walk on a 20 to 30 acre campus. I see students that have come through here. I see major projects that have been awarded to Ghanaians because we have the right technical skills. I want to see bridges that are being built because you know that it was designed by a Ghanaian. An unleashing of ideas. That is what I want to see, and that is the legacy I want to leave.